So to begin my Taking Down the Dark Side series, I would like to address a very prevalent belief system that is current in the world today, which is do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting anyone else. In other words, whatever path you follow, it's your path and no one should say anything about it because you're just a good person living your life, and actually that's the way it should be, and nobody should try to say do it this way or do it that way because then somehow you're a bigot or pushing something on them that you have no right to push on them because they are impervious to the laws of God, because God is whatever you think, and you shouldn't say anything about it because I want to enjoy the way that I want to enjoy, and if you say that I'm enjoying in a way that is not godly, then my feelings will be hurt, and that's politically incorrect. So therefore, keep to your own and don't preach to me. Sound familiar? Yeah. So that's, in Sanskrit, is yatomat tatopat. Whatever the path is, whatever the path is. My way, your way, it's all okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Well, that sounds very, very, very similar to the core tenet of Satanism, which has at its root, do as thou willst. In other words, do what you want. Do what you want. That is the core of Satanism, which means essentially everyone who follows a I'm okay, you're okay path is following the satanic doctrine. Let that sink in for a minute. If you are living your life in such a way without reference to what pleases God, according to the revealed scriptures, then you are a practicing, compliant Satanist. So look around you today at the havoc this world is in and make a different choice. If we don't want criminals destroying our lives where we are not safe in our own homes, we want to close the borders, we want to protect ourselves from all the criminality that's happening, right? The imposed, on purpose criminals trying to tear our fabric apart for the globalist agenda. Well, why would God sanction something that bad? Well, how about you reap as you sow? We have acted in such a way criminally, ignoring nature's laws, God's laws, and we don't think there's going to be a reaction to that? There should be no consequence? We are governed, people. You can't even eat more than your stomach will fit without getting sick, and yet you think you can do what you want. You touch fire, you will be burned. It doesn't matter how old you are, if you're an infant or not, you didn't know, it will burn you. In the same way, there are laws given by God that only God can give. Man can't make up laws. God gives laws. That's called religion. Religion, to realign. With what? Re means again. So that means we have come from a place of forgetfulness of who we are and what the purpose of life is, and therefore we are acting criminally. And how are a bunch of criminals going to organize society in a way that everybody's needs get met? That's just stupid. That's just dark and evil. And that's what we've been living for a really long time. But today, people are waking up to the fact that very dark, bad people, a few nasty people, have been ruling our world in the name of democracy, in the name of organized government. But actually, it's just a bunch of really evil, dark people pulling the strings without the masses' interests at heart. So how are we going to change that? Well, ultimately, we are powerless unless we realign ourselves with the source of all power. And what is that? That is yoga, to link, to become one in quality, one in purpose with our source, our creator. So that great science is explained exhaustively in the books given by God himself, which are called Veda. And of course, there are the main Vedas, which are described in ancient scriptures, but also the Bible and the Quran can be sort of considered Vedas, but they're time and circumstance scriptures. And in other words, things were spoken in those that were according to the time and circumstances that don't always apply. Of course, the famous one in the Islamic religion is don't sleep with your mother. Of course, people were sleeping with their mother, so you shouldn't do that, right? And in the time of Lord Jesus Christ, people were really, really loving killing animals, lots and lots of animals. So he said, thou shalt not kill, and adultery and all the other 10 commandments. But people have become so lost and so confused that they do all of those things anyways, and they somehow still feel that they're religious. But that is not real religion. Real religion means to become in the same quality as God, to reawaken our dormant identity, our love of Godhead. And that path cannot be whatever you want. You have to take the medicine as the doctor prescribes it. You can't just make it up, because you're not going to get better. That's a big fat illusion. The same way as, the people who dress as whatever they dress up as and want you to call them that. That's just illusion. That's pretense. That's perversion. So all of you people who think that you're going to make this world a better place by putting a label, I'm a this kind of religion and that kind of religion, without actually knowing what real religion is, you need to wake up. You have to get right with the laws of God so that we can have an orderly, sane society. Ultimately, we need to have some law and order according to God's laws, so that we can finally achieve the purpose of life, which is to go back home to the eternal realms from where we came. Thank you for listening. If you would like more information and to read the books by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, which are predicted to be the law books for the next 10,000 years, governing the Golden Age or the Great Awakening that we are presently entering into, you can go to www.purelyprabhupada.com. PURELYPRABHUPADA.com. I will have links in the description below, but essentially I am making these messages because people are being kept in the dark on purpose, and I'm tired of it, and I have got a lot to say, and I want you to be an empowered spiritual warrior, to give up your dogma, give up your fanaticism, give up your agnosticism, give up your atheism, give up your satanic stuff, and just be who you truly are, the servant of the servant of the servant of the Supreme Lord and all the other beautiful parts and parcels of Him. Thank you for listening. My name is Jwalamukhi Dasi, servant of the fiery-faced, effulgent Lord, signing off. Hare Krishna. Have a great day.